Budapest is an amazing city to visit. One of the concerns of a lot of people when they come to a big city like this is how am I going to afford to do it and do it on a budget? We have 10 of the top sites that we recommend that you can absolutely see and still save money.
Okay, we had to start the Danube River, which is the first thing we did when we got into town. We walked down there. We stood there for about a half an hour just watching everything, watching the people, watching all the boats on the river. Then we went and got ourselves a drink. We sat there for another hour and a half or so,
right,
and did about the same thing.
Yeah, it's a beautiful area to be. Honestly, you can walk on both sides of the river, take in on the promenade. It's a beautiful walking space. Just really take in both the Pest side, getting those views, and then also cross over and get the Buda side. This is a free activity to do. Now, there's another option you can do as well. There are river cruises. Now, these river cruises can get very expensive, but you can also do them for a very affordable price. I found some as low as $11. The average price was more around 15 and up, but even at that 15 level, I believe you got a free drink with that.
Now, I'd make sure you did it in the evening time. You want to watch the sunset. It's very romantic. For most of you that watch this channel, you know how romantic I am. But you get a drink with that as well. So really, it's not that bad of a price.
No, and when he was saying at sunset, one of the key reasons you want to come at sunset and do it is because when they take those cruises, they're doing exactly at the time sun goes down and all the lights on all of the buildings come on. So you are able to see the Parliament all lit up, the castle lit up. It is absolutely gorgeous.
It's romantic.
Another great way to see a lot of the sights here in Budapest is to hop on tram line number 2.
Now, tram line number 2 is rated one of the top 10 most beautiful tram lines in the world by National Geographic. That's pretty impressive. I think San Francisco
and Lisbon came in just right above it. So if that speaks anything, those are beautiful ones as well. Now, this tram line is going to run you on the Pest side of the river, so you get a lot of really beautiful views over to the Buda side. But it also runs you right past the Parliament, which is really a sight to take in.
Yeah, now if you do decide to do the tram, make sure you get there, get in line, and get on as soon as those doors open. They don't waste any time. Once you're on, they're gone. They run about every 10 minutes.
Yeah, now this is a very budget way to see a lot of the area because all you're paying for is just the tram ticket.
Now, they do have quite the shopping district here in Budapest. You don't need to go shopping.
No, it's a budget video.
It's a budget video. Yeah. It's a budget video. Go check out all the beautiful, amazing, historic buildings. The architecture is amazing.
Yeah, it's an amazing area to just go wander through. There's also a lot of bars, cafes, restaurants, just really cool little places to stop into if you want to check those out. But if you're just looking to save some money and just hop around, you can absolutely just spend quite a few hours in this area just checking out the beautiful buildings. Another place you don't want to miss is the Great Market Hall. Now, this is one of the oldest and largest markets here in Budapest, and it was built in 1897.
Yeah, it's a fun place to go to. You can get all your fruits, your vegetables, nuts, anything you can think of. They have a lot of traditional Hungarian foods, liquors, beers, anything you can imagine, they've got it. Now, you can go upstairs and eat if you would like. We thought it was expensive to eat up there. It's about $20 to $25 for a plate of food. You do get a lot of food, but if we're going to spend that kind of money, we would rather go to a sit-down restaurant.
Right, and they very much lacked for seating. So when we're recommending you go to this place on a budget, don't stop and grab the food there. Go and maybe go to a traditional Hungarian restaurant, maybe out of the touristy area, and you'll be able to do that on a budget, no problem.
You could grab one of those pastries, though. Those pastries look delicious.
They had strudel in there, which looked wonderful.
Get yourself a strudel. Now this next one we did mention in our past video, but we're going to mention it again.
Yes.
Because it's so budget friendly and it's such a cool place to go check out, and that's Margaret Island.
Yeah, Margaret Island and also Pest City Park.
Yes.
Both of these places, you know, it's just a great place to get away from the busyness of the city, or if it's been hot like it has right now when we're here, getting in those shaded areas has been a really nice place to be.
Yes, if you need to shoot a YouTube video and it's 90 degrees outside, jump in the shade and do it like that. It's the only way to go.
Yeah. Now these parks both have a lot going on in them. You can do all different kinds of sports. There's walking trails, biking trails. There's ice skating in one of them. There's swimming parks and other
There's
water
pickleball,
park. Yeah.
ping pong, you name it, they got it. You can lift weights. You can get, if you're into the gym scene, they've got a weight room outside right on the river. It's not something that I chose to do. I figured I'd be a little bit too intimidating for the locals, so I stayed away. But there's all kinds of things to do.
There are. So just be sure and check these places out because they're free to do. Now, if you're looking for the best viewpoint while you're here in Budapest, make your way to the Fisherman's Bastion. This has an absolutely beautiful overlook of the Pest side, and it is free to get into, unless you want to go up in the little tower. And that was about $3.50, but you know, it really wasn't much higher up, and we didn't really see the point in going up
that's
there.
pretty budget friendly too. The beverages at the little bar right there were the most expensive thing.
Yes.
To the whole thing. It almost reminded me of kind of a Disneyland type atmosphere. It was very cool. It was free, so it was very cheap.
And now we are here at one of the most famous ruins bars here in Budapest. Now, there are quite a few that you can go to, but what makes this one a budget-friendly location is that on Sunday mornings from 9 till 2 o'clock, they have a farmer's market here. So you can come check it out, not buy that maybe more expensive beer, but get to see the inside of it.
Right, and right now it's about 10:30 and it's starting to fill up. There's a lot of people coming in, so I would definitely say the earlier you get here, the better.
Right, so let's go inside and check it out.
All right, now exactly what is this place? These are abandoned buildings that they have turned into this eclectic, graffitied, a very authentic, very cool farmer's market. So it's very interesting. This is a must-see if you come to Budapest. It's free unless you want to buy a couple beers, which we probably will be doing here later on today.
And what's cool about this farmer's market compared to maybe the other market here in town is that these are just local vendors coming in with a small little table with whatever their baked goods or things that they've made at home and honeys and all kinds of things. So definitely check it out, especially for free. It's really a cool place inside here.
Now, one thing Budapest is very much known for is their thermal baths. We know we're going to have some people say, you went all the way to Budapest and you did not do the thermal bath. You would be correct. There are inexpensive options though, if you would like to.
If you go to the most popular thermal bath, which is located over in Pest City Park, that one runs you $33. The starting price runs you $33. And that may be worth it for some people, but for us on a budget, it was a little steep. There are other options where you can go to one of the least or less known ones, but equally as nice and honestly, way less busy. And those prices start at around $13.
Yeah, we just decided it's 85, 90 degrees outside, super crowded. So why sit in a thermal bath outside when it's hot with a bunch of other people? We had better options.
Now, another way to see a city when you first arrive and kind of get the feel for the area is to go on a free walking tour. We'll have a link down below that you can check out to see some of the available ones here in Budapest. They are free, but they usually are just tip at the end. You're going to give the person who's doing the tour. They are usually super informative.
They're very informative, and it's kind of a way to get, that and the hop on, hop off bus are really a good way to get a feel for the land right when you show up. From there, you've got a pretty good idea on what you're going to go see, what you're going to go do. Highly recommend it. Now, if you're looking to go on a hike, really get a view over the entire city, Gellért Hill would be a great option.
Now, this area is known for the views over the city. You get a great view of Pest and of Buda. So we are going to make the way up there. It's a hot one today, so it's not as fun to do it. Maybe start a little earlier than we did.
It is hot, but right now we're in the shade for the foreseeable future, it looks like. So I might take it slow going up this hill.
Yeah, so we will show you the views from the top.
All right, there appears to be two ways to get up this mountainside. We're picking option A.
Well, we're just keeping going straight up because we want to get to the top. So
well, we're hoping it's the right option, right?
Yeah.
We're hoping it gets us to where we're going. It's not very well marked, but there's two ways to get up here. We'll figure out which one's the fastest way to get here.
But I will add, it's a really nice path, so no problem with that.
It's a nice path. It's just uphill. It is in the shade though, so that's good.
Okay, so unfortunately we hiked up to the top of the area and the whole top area is closed right now for renovation, reconstruction, whatever they're doing. We didn't really get dates of when they were expected to be completed with that. So our suggestion to you would be is come up to the first lookout point because it is a beautiful lookout over the city.
Yeah, go to the first lookout. You can't drive up there either because the parking lot is also closed. So if you're just looking at going on a nice leisurely hike up hills and stairs through the woods, this would be a free activity that you could do.
Now, because this one was kind of a bust, we are going to be adding a bonus one. So there'll be 11 tips in this one instead of just 10.
Or 10 tips and a bonus tip.
There you go. Okay, so here comes the little bonus area that we told we were going to give you. This is actually, so it's just kind of the center area right below Buda Castle. It's super nice and chill and quiet. We decided that it's a good time to come and get a beverage. It's too thirsty. You know, I mean, you pay a little bit for them. It's not free by any means, but you know, you sit, we're in the shade. It's nice, it's quiet, relaxing.
They just turn the sprinklers on and we keep you in a little mist, so that's refreshing as well. When you walk up the side of a mountain for really no reason, grabbing a couple beverages at too thirsty, always seems like a good idea.
Yeah, so this is another thing here to do in Budapest.
And they're all over the place.
We hope this video gave you some ideas of sites to see while you are here in Budapest and not break the bank, save some money. But if you are interested in maybe some of those other things that you can go do while you're here, be sure and check out our top sites to see in Budapest because it included a lot more things.
Thumbs up. If you like this video, do us a favor and subscribe. We'll see you next time.
Cheers.
Cheers.